Assalamu alaikum and very good day for Shah results. My name is Mohammad Muntasir Billah. So in this presentation, I'm going to discuss about the learning outcomes from the class. So basically, the first things we being introduced about the games. So what is a game? So basically a form of play or way of playing. Those are giving us amusement, recreation, sports, profile, or any specific contents which engagement, amusement, computer simulations. So it's also a sport involving physical or mental cooperations under specific rules. So this is the definitions of games. So the games basically define four elements, which are interactions, obstacles, and rules. So basically, the goals are contain two define two parts, which are primary goals and secondary goals. So the primary goals means is usually final the achievements. It will finalize the achievements. For secondary goals, it will go through level by level to the achieve to the achievements. The interactions basically how the player affects the game directly, such as touching the screens. That's the interaction between the games with users and the player. With the uh, users through the game. And obstacles so prevent us from achieving goals, so such as the enemies. And the rules basically define how the game is played, what action are allowed or prohibited, and how players should behave. For an example, the game should have five players in the team. So each team must have five players. And maybe there is some more examples, a player cannot cross the walls. So this is another examples. And this is chess. Let's see how we can differentiate and be more familiar with this example with chess games. So the game for the chess game, the primary goal is to checkmate the opponent kings, which means putting the king into a positions where it is under attack and there is no legal move that the player can make the remove the kings from that. So this is a primary goals for the chess. If the secondary goals to control the board and gain strategic advantage over the opponent. So this is the secondary goals. If we look to the interactions, so what the interactions happened when they are playing the chess. So the interaction is happening when the interactive game that involves two players taking turns to make moves on a chessboard. Yeah. So yeah, that's the interactions happening. And the obstacle basically the complex game with many rules and variations. So it can take time to learn through rules and strategies. Even experienced players may struggle with certain aspects of the games. So this is the obstacles. So there is a lot of various of games, rules and variations. So there's need to be struggle to, to achieve that kind of strategies to make sure you avoid these obstacles. So those kind of obstacles. And the rules. The rules is checkboard is an 8x8 grid of altering dark and light squares. The board is oriented so that each player has a light colored square in the bottom right corners. And each player starts with 16 pieces, one king, one queen, two rules, two knights, two bishops, and eight pawns. So these are the rules that belongs to the chess. So this is an element that is consist of the chess games. Yeah. So what is the purpose of games? So the purpose of games to develop for the humans being for the entertainment. Yeah, of course, it's entertainment. A game which is structured from a play, usually undertaken for entertainment for fun, or sometimes used as an educational tools. So this is the main purpose, and that is the generally the game is developed for entertainment, of course, for the educational purpose. A lot of games has developed which usually has been conducted for educational purpose. So they have been, yeah, education purpose. And advert games, productivity. So some games have been developed to encourage people to know about the productivity, science. So there is a games which explain about science. Yeah, therapy. Yeah, those are the categories that are main purpose being involved to in order to the games are being developed in purpose of that. So games rules, so there is games rules. So the games rules basically, the games rules basically will design the games. So manage to make work well together. As a project manager, you need to follow a certain concept, and there is also the arts. So this is and games rules. So in the arts, that is content sound, illustrations, 3D modeling, and animations. So in order to develop the games, you must follow certain rules which make the games developed. There is technology, the use of technology, such as the technology used the programming, and also is used the business. Of course, the business involves the marketing and advertising. So at the end, we'll see the example of flowchart of the rock, paper, scissors. So here I have drawn a flowchart that consists of rock, paper, scissors. So first of all, the game start between player one and player two. So the what's happening? So first player is the rock. What if the first player getting rock? So that means and second player also getting the rock, the possibility of this situation is tight. So there is no winners. What if the player two having what if the player two doesn't have the rock and player two has the papers? So in this case, the player two wins the games. And if player two doesn't have the papers, that means the player one going to win. If the player one has a paper and the condition is true, and player two has a rock, so that means it chance for player player one to wins the game. If the player two has a paper, so there got chance for player two, uh, yeah, if the player two has a papers, is going to be tie, and if not, the player two going to win the game. Then if the player one got the scissors and player two has a rock, so that means is got chance for player two wins. So player two going to win the games. And if player two has a paper, so the condition will be tied. So the game is nobody winning the games, and player one going to wins the games if the player two doesn't have papers. Yeah, that's pretty much it about the rock paper scissors, and that's the normal conditions that's being involved. I think that's it for me. Thanks all for today.